How much are you putting off the life you want for the life you're living? I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks, and I find myself saying, oh, I'll read that book that I wanted to read when I go on holiday. Oh, my friend was telling me about face yoga, and it's like, oh, I'll do face yoga in the holidays. Now, I'm doing that with going on holiday, but we do that in all the areas of our life. Oh, I'll declutter the house after I finish this big project at work. I'll start running after my sister gets married. There's always some reason that we shouldn't start now, and why it seems like a way better idea to just start it later. But how much of the life that you really want to live are you missing out on because you're not taking the action that you know you need to take? And not only are you not taking the action, I bet what is happening as well is you are thinking about it all the time. Oh, I should be doing this. Yes, I know I said I would stretch every morning when I woke up, but like I've got this thing going on at work right now, and so once that's over, I'll do it. And we keep putting off, and we keep putting off, and we keep putting off. And before we know it, months have gone by, weeks have gone by, sometimes even years, and we're still not taking those actions that we know are actually going to create the life that we want, create the health that we want, create the relationships that we want. And if you look at any of the kind of doing habits, doing like daily doables every day, it's all about starting small. And sometimes we build up in our heads, oh, if I decide I want to run a marathon, then I'm going to have to put all this time and effort, and it's going to take all this time out of my week to be able to train and prepare for it. But it's all about those tiny, tiny little incremental steps. So it might be that you just start by putting your shoes by the door. And I know sometimes it seems ridiculous that we would do such a small action. Why wouldn't we just put our shoes on and go for a run? But as you'll know, quite often it doesn't happen. So we do incremental changes. So you might put your shoes by your door, and you have to celebrate that, right? So you need to let your brain know, oh, this was a really great thing we did. So you celebrate that. And then the next day you put your shoes and your socks on. And even if you don't even make it out the door, then you can, the next day, do a little bit more. And do you know what? Most of the time, when we take that little bit of action, then we do more than we think we will. Oh, if I sit down and write one sentence for my book, then before you know it, you've written a couple of paragraphs. And on some days, you may just write the one sentence. But we start to create the momentum. We start to let our brain know that actually this is kind of important to us, and we're going to put in the effort to do it. And it's going to be uncomfortable, right? Because it's so much easier not to do the thing that we want to do. But I also know, and you know, it's really uncomfortable constantly thinking, oh, I should be doing this. I should be getting up earlier. I should be stretching. I should be going for a run. I should be decluttering my house. I should be spending more time with my loved one. Whatever it is for you, the brain space that you're using up, reminding yourself all the time you should be doing it, and also being mean to yourself about why you're not doing it. It's kind of less discomfort and sometimes less effort just to do that little bit. Just put your shoes by the door. So this week, this is what I invite you to do. What is one thing in your life you want? Is it to get healthier? Is it to write a book? Is it to have better relationships? What is it? Choose one mini action you can do that will actually move you forward. Take the action and celebrate. And do the action again and celebrate. And do the action and a little bit more and celebrate. That's what I want you to do this week, over and over and over again. Please do not forget to celebrate, because it's two things, right? It gives you a dopamine hit because you're a rock star. And also it trains your brain that, oh, actually this thing we're doing is kind of important. So if you'd like more videos about how to really create the life that you want by taking those small incremental daily actions, make sure you subscribe, and then you'll get a video every week that you can watch.